What's up everybody, BD Anthony here. In this video, I'm gonna show you the horror films that I watched past couple of days, and gonna give you my reviews on these films. And the first one I watched is Wicked Little Things. I honestly knew deep down I was gonna like this movie because I saw, let's see, four familiar faces. One, Scout Taylor Compton, Chloe Moretz, Jeffrey Lewis, and Ben Cross. Everyone was great, especially Ben Cross. And also Scout Taylor Compton. And this movie this was before she did the remake of Halloween by Rob Zombie. For her performance in this, I gotta say, she was great in this. Also, Jeffrey Lewis was great in this. I've seen him in so many movies. And when I think of Jeffrey Lewis, I think of him as a frequent collaborator with Clint Eastwood. He appeared in a bunch of Clint Eastwood films. And Ben Cross played one wacko, but in a safe way, in a good way. And this movie has a vibe of The Night of the Living Dead and Village of the Damned. If you guys like zombie movies, this is one of the movies you guys should check out. And again, guys, if you guys like Scout Taylor Compton and you've never seen a movie of her, this is one of the movies you guys should check out. I'm trying to get more into her movies, see more of her movies, and there's a bunch on Tubi. And the best part, if you guys don't have Tubi, I would recommend getting Tubi because it's easy to download, and the best part is it's free. Highly recommend it, you guys. And the next one I watched was Death House. I gotta say, man, if you see so many familiar faces in one movie, take my advice. It's a good one. We got Kane Hodder, Bill Moseley, Dee Wallace, Sid Haig, Adrienne Barbeau, Michael Berryman, Barbara Crampton, and Gunnar Hansen. This was Gunnar Hansen's last movie before he died. If you guys don't know who Gunnar Hansen was, he was the original Leatherface from Tobe Hooper's 1974 Detective Chainsaw Massacre. Felissa Rose, Tony Todd. Tony Todd, even though his role was small, but he played a real weirdo in this movie. And he did an excellent job in that. Vernon Wells from Commando and the second Mad Max movie. Pretty sick film too. And also we got Tony Moran, who played the unmasked Michael Myers in the original Halloween as well. And Sean Whalen, who appeared in so many horror films like the third Hatchet film, just to name a few. If you guys like horror and if you guys like these kind of movies, I highly recommend you guys watch this. This is also on Tubi as well. If you guys have Tubi, again, if you guys have Tubi, definitely worth checking out. And the next one I watched was Henry, Portrait of a Serial Killer, which stars Michael Rooker, Tom Towles, and Tracy Arnold. This movie was pretty gruesome, and I did expect to see gruesome. And I love Michael Rooker, and I didn't heard about this movie till years ago. I really did enjoy it, and this is how Michael Rooker became famous. And I gotta say, this is one of Michael Rooker's, in my opinion, this is one of Michael Rooker's best work. If you guys are into serial killer movies, this is definitely, guys should check out as well. If you guys have, this is also on Tubi, and this is also on a streaming service called Shudder. It's a horror film streaming service. And Tom Towles did an excellent job as Otis, his ex-con friend. And I've seen Tom Towles in so many movies, but what I think of him most is as the guard from Rob Zombie's Halloween, the one who Michael Myers bashed his head till he dies when Michael Myers tried to escape. Guys, never seen a Michael Rooker movie? And if you want to get into his movies, the first thing you should watch is Henry, Portrait of a Serial Killer. And this was released at the time where slasher movies were starting to become popular. And it was back in the 80s. That's when slasher films were starting to become more popular. Recommend it, you guys. And last but not least, I watched is Wolf with Jack Nicholson and Michelle Pfeiffer. I watched this movie so many times. This is how much I love this movie. I love Jack Nicholson in everything, especially this. Also, Michelle Pfeiffer, excellent in this. Everyone was excellent, especially James Spader, who played as Jack Nicholson's former protege, who gets bitten by Jack Nicholson's character when he's in his wolf form. And he becomes a wolf himself. And I love the climax fight scene in this movie. And also, film composed by Ennio Morricone, if I'm pronouncing his name correctly. And the special effects were done by Rick Baker. And I think he took this because he did The American Werewolf in London. That's another good movie you should check out. And the quality on this movie was so good. The colors were good. The HD was good. If you guys like werewolf movies, this is one of the movies that I definitely recommend you guys check out. That's all the movies that I've watched past couple of weeks. You could tell I'm a horror person. I've always been a horror person since I was 7. And speaking of Clint Eastwood, I recently heard that he's doing a movie and that he's directing it, and it may be his last movie. I have mixed feelings about that, but at the same, it's sad that he's not going to direct anymore after he does this upcoming movie. But at the same time, he's 92 or 93 years old. How long is he going to do this for? There comes a time in your life you just got to slow down. And honestly, I think Clint Eastwood should slow down. Take care of yourself first. Don't worry about the audience. I've seen you in so many movies, and I have so many films of yours. I could just go back and watch you in those films. If you guys like me doing these movie reviews, smack the like button, subscribe to my channel, comment below if you guys seen these movies. Have a great day, everybody.